Have we started early enough our aggressive containment strategy? Has it started early enough to avoid that peak that Italy is experiencing?
As I mentioned, there are two components of that. There's preventing from without to in, and there's what you do mitigation in. Clearly, early on, we made a travel ban with regard to China. That was a very smart move right there, because what that did was prevent a major influx from China. Today, the new China is Europe, because Europe now is the major element, the major geographic component that is now seeding other countries throughout the world. And that's the reason why we made the very difficult but appropriate decision to have a travel ban on the European countries. So we are definitely ahead of the curve on that. What we've got to continue to do, separation physically from large crowds, where appropriate, closing schools, teleworking, and things like that.
Hey guys, it's Tim Tom back with news and politics. So that clip you just saw was from NBC, and they're interviewing a doctor. And the doctor actually says Trump saved us. Now this is not what you're going to hear on the news. If you watch the news or TV or read an article, it's all about how Trump is incompetent, how Trump thinks it's a hoax, how Trump didn't do anything, he didn't act fast enough. And honestly, this doctor just said that Trump saved us. And if you look, we're actually 8th in the world with total cases. 8th. We're 8th. In most of these cases, if you really dig into it, I know a lot of you guys won't, but I did. It's only affecting people like 60, 70, old people. I hadn't seen not one case of a young person getting sick of this COVID virus. All I've seen is a bunch of old people. And half of the cases took place in Washington. It was 27 deaths in a senior home. And they're just scaring everybody, and everybody's panicking. And I looked at the death toll this morning, and the death toll this morning is we're up to 61. Now remember, 10,000 people die from the common flu every year. So with just 10,000 people going to die from the regular flu. And if this coronavirus is so worse, I mean, wouldn't it be more deaths than just 61? Now you may say, Tim, well, of course, but now we're shutting down universities, we're shutting down schools, there's no basketball game, there's no this, no that. So that's what's preventing it. Could be. I think the numbers aren't out, like the full numbers of the fatality rate and all the information. I just don't think it's out yet. And that's why I think that we're panicking and we're thinking this is worse. I don't know, worse than the swine flu, but honestly, this is no worse. This is not worse than Ebola. Like I said, it's only affecting old people. Like I've looked at 10, 15 articles, and every time a death, it's from someone 67, 68, and someone at that age can die from anything. Now, I do recommend some caution. If you are young like me, 35, young and wild, if you have parents, my parents are in their 60s, I think you shouldn't go visit your parents. Because even though I'm not going to get affected, I may, carry it and give it to them, and maybe on my coat or something like that. So you can take some cautions like that. Don't go see your grandma. Don't do anything that, just take some extra steps. But other than that, as a young person, you should be okay. And again, I just want to, shout out Trump, because he did take action. He did ban China. Europe has way more cases than us. So those are the facts. So, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.